it's a new season of inspired design. New ideas, new colors, new trends. We have to start thinking outside of the box, right, Barb?
Yes, thank you. Hi, we're into our third season of Inspired Design already, and I'm excited to start the show off this season showing you things that are not your traditional and they're not your modern. They are thinking outside the box. I want to direct your focus right now on the ceiling in this beautiful nook that we're sitting in. That it looks like it's a coffered ceiling that looks like wood that's been molded, and yet it's vinyl. It's vinyl, and I mean, for the eye to see, it looks like a beautiful carved woodwork, but it's vinyl, and that's just one of the features that we're going to see on our show this year and our show today.
Well, we're here at OHI in Elk Grove Village, and joining us is Sharon. Sharon is going to show us the kitchen that we're actually sitting in, the working part of the kitchen.
Yeah, thank you. Welcome, ladies, and welcome, Addison, to OHI. We're Construction, Build, Remodeling in Elk Grove. This kitchen that we're starting in is just one of our many displays to help people really think about all the creative things you can put in a kitchen today, outside the norm, like decorative tile going opposite directions with real tight grout lines. Many of our features throughout the kitchens have lots of ideas. This is a special pots and pan rack that the doors fully extend, lots of varieties. Some very interesting things that the ladies really love is a corner cabinet that you can truly see all the way in and into the back.
And the beauty of this cabinet is because people have blind spots. And when you have a blind cabinet where things just get shoved and lost in the back, this cabinet brings everything out to you versus getting lost in the background.
Mm-hmm. Some other great features here is your kitchen doesn't have to be all cabinets. There's some great hanging glass shelves here that just look like they're floating in air, but we didn't lose that storage because we took it all the way to the counter in areas where we could give up counter space. Throughout our showrooms, you'll find lots of varieties because there's something for everyone here. I know there's a kitchen you love, Lucille.
That's where I want to go to next. My favorite kitchen in this showroom. Can we walk down there now?
Yeah, let's go.
I adore this kitchen. This is my very favorite kitchen. It's the modern kitchen. Minimum adornments. Very little to maintain, but a lot of gadgets to make life easier. Sharon, you want to tell us about all those gadgets?
This really is a fabulous kitchen. This is also a fully functioning kitchen where we can do chef events and bring people in and actually really cook it and put it to its full use. Some of the great features in this kitchen is using the hidden wall space. Just like you put a shower niche in between the studs in a bathroom, we can go in between the wall here and use that space. But then you might be saying, well, where's my outlets if I do that? They're not lost. I'll step out of the way after I pull that up. Our pop-up electrical also has USB. Some great features, right, Barb?
It's wonderful features. Along with the functioning part of it comes the beauty. Here we have the clean lines with the waterfall. You're starting to see this up and coming more and more, the waterfall countertop that drops down to the bottom. What I really loved about this kitchen was the wall tile. The wall tile is actually a graphic image put on top of marble, giving you a beautiful design on top of marble. So, I mean, that's really thinking outside the box. And then I want to draw attention to the ceiling again.
Yeah, would you know that this is outdoor decking?
Outdoor decking. Outdoor decking for your ceiling. Who would have thought?
Yep. And one of the reasons we have that is because we actually have a functioning garage door that rises up and stores above it. Now, not everyone has that type of space in their home, but if you do, what a fabulous way to even put out your outside kitchen right outside the wall. Talk about a new way of indoor-outdoor dining.
Let's see how it operates, Sharon.
Sure. Just a push of a button, just like any garage door.
And smoothly, it climbs.
This happens to be a quartz countertop, which is great for us here in the Midwest for a lot of reasons, but it's indoor-outdoor. Can take the hot, can take the cold. It's a wonderful countertop, isn't it, Barb?
And what I love about this design is it's a dual feature. So it has 2 levels. So when you're sitting outside entertaining, you can pull your chair up and still be on the inside. Or when it's inclement and you can't do that, you still have this nice size counter just to pull up and look outside. So I love this feature of the dual step countertop.
Yep.
It is
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, and there are so many patterns in quartz today. It's not like the solid surface that came out 10 years ago. If you like it simple, there's very clean, simple designs. You like something with a real wow
Movement.
factor, you'll find it in quartz.
Yeah.
Well, from the modern, lean, sleek kitchen, minimal maintenance, to the wine bar room that's really got a lot of personality and character. This is a fun room. I could actually see this in a loft area. It's a wine bar, but I can see this in a den. It's really a very, very beautiful spot.
Yeah. You know, wine bar, rec room, the den, traditional, lots to look at here with the beautiful turned legs. Again, there's wonderful functional things in here. One of the nice features in this kitchen is this feature wall. Most people might think of this as a wallpaper, what you might be seeing on camera, but in fact it's porcelain tile, which means it's thin. I'm not putting real brick on the wall that's heavy and I need a masonry. This is simple tile. And what we did to make this unique is we pulled two different color patterns from our choices. This is called Chicago brick. There are several beautiful tiles that literally say Chicago brick. There's also a few other cities like Seattle and New York. So depending on who you support in your sports fan, you can make your husband happy with this wall.
And what I'd love to say just about the overall design of this room is look at the color of the cabinets. It screams entertainment and come and have fun. It doesn't give you that kitchen feel like a cabinet would. So, and with the turned legs as you spoke of, but just the rich color, and look at, we put a wine beer bar underneath with real beer in it. But look at it, even with the lighting under these shelves, and these shelves have beautiful corbels that just flow with the room. I mean,
Yeah, and you know, in the beginning of the show, Barb, you brought up color trends. And painted cabinetry is definitely one of the trends. This Admiral blue, we're seeing lots of blue in cabinetry, as well as the whites and the grays and the grages, which are still very popular. I also like to point out this countertop. This is a granite countertop. However, it's a very unique. It's called Blue Baha'i. Lots of movement, lots of color.
It does have lots of movement. It's beautiful. And it goes beautifully with the brick in the background.
Yeah, really highlights it.
Yes, yes, and it was beautiful. And then we have, of course, you have your wine cabinet, which is custom made to suit what your needs are, correct?
Yeah, as well as the size of the wall you have to work with.
Yes.
So this is several cabinetry stacked, and our wonderful carpentries really make it look as if it was all one cabinet, when in fact it's been put together by the designers here.
And as we talked about, this is a wood grain and this is a painted, all in the same room, and it works beautifully. It just works. So you don't have, you thinking outside the box, you don't have to go with the typical, everything has to be the same color. We're mixing colors, we're mixing textures.
Yep.
We're bringing different items in to pull it all together.
Yep. You know, many homeowners already have existing cabinetry that's in great condition that they love, but they want to add a feature or change something out. And nowadays, we can think outside the box and come up with combinations to order something new that works with something old. Great way to keep your budget under manageable conditions by not replacing everything, but getting in the parts you want.
A lot of people redo their kitchens well, they should redo them every 10 years, I would think, but 20 years usually is 20 years.
If you bought a good quality line, it should last a good 20 years. Hinges, things like that, you know, they start to wear. So it is part of your decision factor on your budget is the quality level in its construction, then its hardware.
That brings us to the next room, which is a very interesting builder's cabinetry.
Correct.
So let's
we
take a
know
look.
not everyone has a budget to do everything at once. If you're only doing a kitchen, get in all the things you want. But what if you just bought a home and you have to do everything? You need windows, you need flooring. If we step to the next kitchen, we'll show you the highlights of our builder grade.
We're now in the kitchen that is builder grade cabinetry and countertops, and it gives it that custom look, but it's how you put it together.
That's right. Barb?
And okay, this is what I love about it. It's very affordable, and yet if you see the details in the crown molding, and you see that the cabinets again are 2 different colors, it gives you the feel and the look of a custom kitchen. And it's very budget friendly, from the countertop to the cabinets to the floor to the upper cabinets. It gives you the feel of custom cabinetry and very affordable.
Yep.
Sharon, what would you like to tell us more about this?
What's custom about it is that we still get to order it per size. What makes it builder grade is limited selection. In custom, you can do anything you want, but in builder grade, you're going to be limited, so it can be more readily available. So it comes in 3 weeks, but we have a limited selection. Some nice features, though, is that you don't have to give up any kind of sacrifices. We still have trash pullouts, spice drawers, a bump out, by the way. This costs us nothing to design a bump out. We just move this farther from the wall, and it gives a nice design feature, don't you think, Barb?
And I love that part. And one thing I was just thinking about is you were talking about the bump out, and I love it because it gives it a furniture feel, is your glass doors. This would be a standard glass door for the builder's grade. As you could see on the inside, you have your standard color for the cabinet. But if you choose to upgrade it to the glass door, you will get the colored matched behind it. So it will actually be a color versus just your standard cabinet color. So it's a pretty showpiece area where you can highlight your treasures, and yet you're staying within your budget. It's not a big upgrade. So even though you're pretty much stuck with your limited variety, which by the way is gorgeous, you can tweak it to suit your needs.
Absolutely. There's even different heights in the crown molding. So within those budgets, we can price this kitchen and usually load it up, and it's easy to pull out. Another great design feature here when you're on a budget is, we know everyone wants to go up with their vertical and get more storage. But then that costs more. That's more cabinetry, it's more carpentry. Affordable way to do that is just sporadically do your step-ups. So a 36-inch cabinet's going to cost me more than a 30, but if I don't do the whole kitchen, now it gives me a great design feature without adding a lot to my budget.
It does give it a
Top
great
to bottom,
color.
we said this kitchen is builder grade in that the countertop is an affordable, low-end
Beautiful thing.
price point in granite, in that it doesn't have a lot of movement. So it's more speckled, and if you like that, then you're happy. You don't have to spend a lot of money. The flooring in here, as well as all these samples of floorings in here, are under $3 a square foot. That's a great budget buster for today when we're still talking porcelain and a quality installation.
It is, it is. And then the features. And then you still, even though, Sharon, and we're going to keep going, because it's a budget-friendly feature, you still have a lot of choices.
Absolutely.
And when we come in with our clients, we help you make the choices that will fit your budget and beautify your kitchen.
And there's certainly more choices on the other side of the showroom. We just wanted to make it easy for clients and put in some selected ones in here that we know are at that budget price point for them, so they don't get overwhelmed with the rest of the showroom.
Now let's go take a look at the custom kitchen.
Yes.
It really looks very similar to this, but it's custom. So let's
Yes.
take a walk over there. Well, we're now into the custom kitchen, which it really is beautiful. And these are frameless cabinets, so
correct.
that's part of the custom look, right?
Absolutely. Not only custom look, but the modifications that we can put into our custom line. In most of our kitchens, everything you've seen can be custom. It's the builder grade that's a little limited. The frameless cabinets, though, are wonderful on a small, tight kitchen, because I'm not giving up that space inside to put a frame on the front.
And they give it a very clean look. And you know what I love too in this kitchen are the beams. They are foam beams and they look gorgeous, and they are dual purpose. Not only do they look beautiful, is they can hide all the lighting equipment, all the wiring that has to go through to even attach the beautiful lighting that's hanging over.
That's correct.
I want to bring up one more feature. Look at the colors again. We have 3 colors of woodwork going on here with the cabinets, the island, and the pantry type cabinet here. And so this kind of gives this piece a furniture feel. And you can see the turning of the wood again. So
And as small as this is, as narrow as it is,
It's
it really
yeah.
anchors the space, don't you think, Barb?
it anchors the space, and it's practical, and you can use it. That even though it's narrow, it's nice and long. You can serve in it. It could be like a buffet.
Yep. And one of the other things that ties this kitchen together with all of its different finishes is the continuous countertop.
Yeah.
It's the same countertop that used throughout. We even put it in between here in the pantry when we're serving in here. So there's something that really binds this kitchen that helps to not make it look busy with all these different finishes.
That is true. It anchors your kitchen. It brings you a calmness when you walk in, and your eye doesn't travel. It actually enjoys what it's looking at.
Something our viewers can't see at home is the feel of this. The finish that's on this painted finish is such a smooth satin finish that you're just not going to get with your everyday cabinetry. Something special that this
And
line
I love
provides.
the beadboard also, and it does have, it's like satin. It is like satin, and it has a nice luster to it too. It's not flat. It picks up the light beautifully.
Yeah, matte is definitely a popular way to go. The
Matte
gloss
finishes.
is on its way out.
It is on its way out. And also I want to bring up real quick, the height and the storage area made beautiful with this leaded glass look up here. That is gorgeous. So you can put things up there that you don't use on a regular basis, and yet you have the beauty of the leaded glass to draw the attention.
Yeah. Whether
Draw
it's a
your eye up.
showpiece or those pieces you don't use often, I don't want to run to the basement every time I need that platter for a party. Do you?
No, but yet it's effective because it's looking pretty.
Yep.
But yet you really can't see it. So
You know, with the beaded glass,
Yeah.
it kind of hides it, and it gives you, and then look at the crosswork with the leaded pieces in it. It's gorgeous.
It's designer's dream,
It
style and
is.
function.
It?
style and function
You've
for
got that
sure.
right.
Now something old that has been brought back that's now
Yes,
new and you
and
see in a lot of the
glamorous.
kitchens. I love this. We're going into the butler's
Yes, you
pantry.
are.
Butler's pantry. Now, Barb, a butler's pantry is what they call it today, but when I was growing up, it was just the pantry. And it's kind of where you stored everything. We used to even have our refrigerator in the pantry.
And I think about flour all over the place, right? That's where you did all your baking and things like that. No, this is gorgeous, isn't it? And what I love about it, my eyes are just going everywhere right now, but what I love about it, I want to talk about the quartz. This is called quartzite. And quartzite is a natural stone product, not like what we know of quartz. Quartz is not a natural stone product. This is a natural, and it's gorgeous, it's high end. And what I wanted to bring feature to it is that we're using our money where we want to use it. So what we've done is we've come to a low price point in the cabinets, which are still beautiful. They're just not your expensive cabinets that we're used to getting, and we're putting it in the quartzite. So Sharon, what would you like to tell us about the cabinets?
Well, one of the things that makes this an affordable line, as you said, put the money really where you want it, is that it doesn't have the soft close feature that we're all coming to love. So it doesn't have soft close doors or drawers. It doesn't have as many choices for my doors, but it's still completely custom. Pick your stain, pick your color, pick your door style. Just doesn't have all the other features, and it doesn't have a wide breadth of door styles. But that allows us to get the bling in there with these backsplashes.
Yes.
Also, we added interior lights to these cabinets.
Well, that's what I want to talk about right now is the interior lighting. Because of the wave on the glass, it's gorgeous. I don't know if you can catch that, but there's like a wave on the glass, and it's got some beading, some air bubbles in it, and you can take ordinary glasses and make them look beautiful in these cabinets.
There's lots of selection in glass. From obviously, we all know clear and frosted,
Right.
but there's so many textures today that you can really find something that meets your style.
You know what I love about this area is there's such a good transition area that here we are standing in the kitchen facing the family room. We have the countertops again for entertaining, but it's a practical use. You know, you have the cabinets here, but you could also have this open underneath to have stools come up here. But what I want to show you is how this room transitions through the cabinet that is in the middle, the glass cabinet. and it pulls both rooms together. And also you have your home office, that so many people desire now, is a small home office. Now we're transitioning into the living room, which has so many cool features. I love the back wall, how it is lit. It has a backlight to it. This tile is usually used horizontally, and the application they used for this wall is a vertical tile. And it kind of gives you, it's got texture to it and waves and bumps, but it kind of gives you, from bird's eye view, it kind of looks like a wallpaper. And then we're talking about our lighting again. Our lighting is just bouncing off of everywhere. And it's an LED lighting, which is very conservative for today. It's low voltage, and yet it gives you a lot of light. So here we are, we're in our beautiful family room. Colors are gorgeous.
Well, you know, this is a very relaxing place to close our show.
Yes.
And Barb, maybe next time we are going to have to visit a stone and granite yard.
I was thinking about that, and you know, as we were talking about it, I was thinking, you know what, we need to talk more about granite.
Because we saw
And
so many
stones,
different
so many
ideas
different types
and
of
things we
stones.
can do, and so many different types of stone and granite
Mm-hmm.
that we can probably have a very good day at a stone and
Yes,
granite yard
yes,
next time.
yes.
Well, thank you all for joining us. I'm Lucille Zucchero with Barb Lazara, and our guest today, Sharon Hudson, here at OHI in Elk Grove Village. This is a facility that is open to the public. We encourage you to come in and browse, but always bring your designer in with you. Don't waste time, don't waste money, pick the right things and work with a designer. That's probably the best idea, I think.
I think it is too.
Sharon, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sharon. We
Thank you
enjoyed
all
this.
for joining us.
Thank you.